Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Allincrypto here, and today we are going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph HBAR once again. And the reason that we continue to highlight this project so zealously is because we believe it is one of the most promising cryptocurrency projects to come out of the crypto space ever. We spoke in our last video about how they've introduced entirely new paradigms to how we do this distributed ledger thing in regards to the governing council, in regards to utilizing a DAG, a direct acyclical graph. And today what I want to do is actually talk to you guys in a little bit more detail about the governing council and about we'll look at 5 use cases, 5 of these governing council members and institutions that are actually using and utilizing Hedera, because we always hear in the crypto space about partnerships, but often these partnerships are just collaborations or media campaigns. But do people actually use Hedera? That's what we're going to be looking at in this video. And we're going to be looking at 5 partnerships. We're going to be looking at Aberdeen, which is the largest hedge fund in the United Kingdom. We are going to be looking at Drop, which featured on the FedNow, so the Federal Reserve's FedNow payment system platform. We're going to be talking about DLA Piper and what they're doing with Toko. We're going to be talking about Ubisoft, which is behind games like Far Cry. We're going to be talking about Hitachi, which is one of the leaders in electronics and the Internet of Things. All 5 of these companies are using and utilizing and actively looking to utilize Hedera, which I think really separates Hedera from the pack. You know, you have a lot of blockchains out there that simply no one is using. The institutional partnerships that have been announced are more media campaigns than anything. But Hedera is very different in the sense that the 32 governing council members that Hedera now has all are actively looking to use and utilize Hedera. The last governing council member that was announced, I believe last week, was BitGo. We covered it on the channel. BitGo are backed by the likes of Morgan Stanley and Vanguard. You know, they're both investors in this company, and they are perfectly positioned and actually custody some of the Bitcoin that goes into the record-breaking Bitcoin ETFs that we've seen facilitated in the United States. Remember, Bitcoin was the first asset, or the fastest asset, to get to $10 billion in an ETF vehicle, and that vehicle was IBIT, which is BlackRock's iShares ETF. So what I want to do first of all is just remind people of the governing council. So what is Hedera's governing council? Well, it's essentially the people that are tasked with governing and maintaining the network. Right now there are 32 of them. The plan is for this to expand, and then in regards to actually helping to run nodes on the network, there is a roadmap that does see decentralization in the form of you and I being able to run a node. Right now you don't profit, none of these 32 members profit from the running of nodes, but what they are doing is providing key infrastructure in a technology that they believe in. And there's 32 members right now. Those members are Aberdeen, Denton, LSE, Ubisoft, Australia Payment Plus, Deutsche Telekom, Magalu, ULC, Avery Dennison, DLA Piper, Nuora, Wipro, BitGo, EDF, Mondelez, which we covered not that long ago on the channel, Zane, Boeing, Google, ServiceNow, WorldPay, Chainlink, Hitachi, Bank, DBS, IABM, Standard Bank, Kofra, IIT, Madras, Swirled, Dell, LG, and of course Tata Communications. So these are the 32 members that currently make up the Hedera Governing Council, and each and every one of these members, as part of being a member of the Hedera Governing Council, has to actively look to utilize or to enhance Hedera Hashgraph. This is an entirely new paradigm. This is the first time that we've seen institutions, and there are institutions like Google. Google actually run nodes on many blockchains, but this is really the first time we've seen this many institutions all correlated or congregated in one distributed ledger, and they're all part of the governing council that actively governs the Hedera Council. They actively run the Hedera network, and certainly the nodes on there. You know, many people say that Hedera is centralized. Well, it's actually not. If you understand how a distributed ledger works, it needs to be distributed in order to work. It's where it gets its kind of power from, and ultimately you could argue actually that in some ways Hedera is a lot more decentralized than many other blockchains out there in regards to where the nodes are situated. Lots of blockchains out there have something like 30% of their nodes on Amazon. whereas Hedera can't. I think it's only 2 nodes can be run on the same software, and all the nodes need to be in kind of different jurisdictions, which makes it, from a geographical and a hardware point of view, a lot more decentralized than many of the other blockchain networks out there. But let's talk, a question that I always get is, well, is anyone actually using Hedera? And we've already said that the 32 members are all actively coming up with use cases or proof of concepts. Let's talk about actual usage of Hedera, and let's start with Aberdeen, which is the largest hedge fund in the United Kingdom. There are interviews out there, I believe, from Max Walker-William with Duncan Moyer, who is one of the heads of Aberdeen, actually talking about just how excited he is, talking about Hedera being a top 5 crypto project in his vision, and the reason that they picked it as the largest hedge fund in the United Kingdom is because of the promise that it offers. But Aberdeen right now are tokenizing to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. Their money market, to be exact, it's the Lux Sterling Money Market Fund. They are tokenizing that on Hedera to the tune of tens of billions. So that is the largest hedge fund in the United Kingdom actively using Hedera and actively being a member of the governing council, seeking to enhance Hedera and its positioning and usage and utility in the crypto space. The next people that are using Hedera, or the next company that's using Hedera, is Drop. Now, many of you would have heard of these guys in regards to the FedNow website, and they were actually listed on FedNow as one of the companies that FedNow is looking to use and utilize. Now, they are essentially a company that surrounds micropayments, digital micropayments, and they do that through Hedera, and ultimately they are around about 10 times cheaper than most credit cards and PayPal. And when it comes to transactions that are $10, they're around 60% cheaper than the competition. So this is another use case, an active use case that's being used on Hedera. So we've covered Aberdeen, we've covered Drop. The next one is Hitachi, which is a leader in electronics, healthcare, energy, and IoT, which stands for the Internet of Things, which is a massive opportunity that is presenting itself, and it has a blockchain element in it. It's amazing just how far-reaching the blockchain or distributed ledger technology space is. It's going to embed itself into everything: identities, IoT, finance, far and wide. Distributed ledger is really a missing piece to many different puzzles. Hitachi, which came online, I believe, this year, I think it was January or February, are basically looking to showcase this year a proof of concept with Hedera for supply chains and sustainable solutions. So we know Hedera is one of the most sustainable blockchains that there is out there. It's also one of the most scalable. We've covered Aberdeen, we've covered Drop, and we've covered Hitachi. Drop isn't a governing council member, I don't believe. But the other two are. Drop is just a company that sees the potential and the allure of actually using Hedera because of its scalability, its cheap fees. You've got to remember, most blockchains out there don't have any kind of a fee model. It just varies day to day, which isn't great if you want to build a kind of real world application or a business upon it. How can you operate a business with no kind of a fee or not knowing what your underlying costs are going to be? The next one that we have for you is Ubisoft. So I believe these are the people behind Far Cry and Assassin's Creed. Well, they certainly offer it. They're one of the bigger gaming companies out there. They have previously tried to launch an NFT, not on Hedera, however, and they got, some pretty harsh criticism as a result of it, but they are actively focusing on the new kind of ecosystem that's forming around distributed ledgers and gaming, so GameFi. They plan through or with Hedera to lead the next generation of gaming. And remember, we've just covered at this point now 4 use cases. We could have gone through all the governing council members and sort of showcased what they're doing with Hedera, but these were 4 so far. We're going to cover another one in just a second that are pretty big, a big deal and clear evidence of some of the largest institutions in the world actually looking to utilize and use Hedera. And these are only 5 of the 32 governing council members, not to mention the other people who are associated with the governing council members that are going to leverage Hedera and the rest. The next one that I want to talk about is, of course, DLA Piper. So DLA Piper are one of the largest law firms in the world. They're in over 40 countries. I actually got family members that have used DLA Piper for various things when it comes to business. And actually DLA Piper have come up with something called Toko, which is a way to tokenize, and we know everything is going to be tokenized, assets. And being a law firm, it puts them in a position of understanding regulations and compliance, perhaps more so than other platforms that are offering this, which make them perfectly positioned to be a kind of no-brainer choice for people that are looking to tokenize, and these guys are working with many individuals. We did interview Red Swan, which is a commercial real estate company that are actually utilizing Hedera also, but DLA Piper are another big deal. So that's really just 5 short and sweet individuals or companies around the world that are actually looking to use and utilize Hedera that we thought we'd share with you, because we always get the question, well, are people actually using this? And the answer quite clearly is yes. And these are just institutions, let alone kind of retail and everyday people. This is only something that's going to exponentially grow. And if you understand things like Metcalfe's law and the network effect, you know, we expect Hedera's value to go up with it. Remember, we are bullish on Hedera. Hedera makes up one of my largest positions in the crypto space. In fact, it is my largest position in the crypto space, to be totally transparent. And ultimately we can see a 27 cents target, and then we can potentially look at a $2 target. That's all technically signaled. We think technically it looks good. Also fundamentally, just showing you a very small amount of what's out there for Hedera today. We're unbelievably bullish on this project. Guys, that's all I've got for you. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you. If you've enjoyed the content, like us, appreciate it as a comment. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next.